This is David L. Auerbach. At H-4 on June 6, 1944, D-Day, a 3rd Officer Surgical Unit attached to the 101st Airborne Division crash-landed at Yéville, behind German lines near Utah Beach, and established the first Allied surgical hospital on Normandy soil at the Château de Colombières. The unit was bombed out of the chateau during surgery, suffering severe casualties, but recovered and continued to operate in an open field nearby. A monument to their valor has been erected at the corner of the field. A ceremony is held there every June 6th. Captain Saul Dworkin, a surgeon from St. Louis, Missouri, was a member of this unit and performed surgery in both the chateau and the field. This is his story.
Monsieur Auerbach, bien sûr, après interviendra pour nous présenter donc et nous parler de son oncle capitaine Saul Dworkin.
Two years ago, I had the opportunity to meet Mr. Auerbach during a private visit with his spouse here in Yéville. And this 6th June, they have decided to come again along with their cousin Jennifer Austin and her husband. This memorial is a tribute to the first Allied Divisionary Hospital established on the French soil. I remind to our attendants that this cornfield behind this monument was a temporary American cemetery. We are also used to have the modest attitude to pay tribute here to all the casualties of the World War II conflict, military, civilians, victims of the Shoah and Gypsies and so on. We thank the Belgian friendly who are every year here to assist here with the American flag, the ceremony on the bowsprit and the Colombière monument. Okay. Mr. Auerbach will now present his speech and relate about his uncle Captain Saul Dworkin, surgeon of the Colombière Hospital.
J'ai oublié dans mes remerciements toute la famille Arten. Hubert n'est pas là, mais c'est pareil, sans eux, nous n'aurions pas fait grand-chose. Voilà. Alors toute la famille Arten, tous mes remerciements.
It's a great honor for my family to be here today. My uncle, my favorite uncle, my mother's younger brother, and my cousin Jennifer's father, was a surgeon from St. Louis, Missouri, a very young man, and left the United States and had hardly met Jennifer, his daughter. She was left the 101st Airborne with a group called the 3rd Officers. They landed, crash-landed, right in that field we were just in before, next to General Pratt's glider. And in point of fact, after General Pratt was killed, his pilot, Colonel Murphy, Lieutenant Colonel Murphy, came out of the glider badly wounded with a badly wounded back. They ministered to him there in the field where my uncle's glider had crash-landed, but the team survived. And eventually they brought him here to the Château Colombières, where they set up a surgical station. Getting from there to here was not easy. There was a lot of German patrols in the area. And he described in a book called Frontline Surgeons, which my wife found for me not long ago, that he described many American parachutists hanging from trees and so forth. A lot of difficult problems. And when they got here to the Château Colombières, there were snipers. Although the Château Colombières had been secured by the 101st Airborne at 8 o'clock in the morning on June 6th, there were nonetheless snipers here. But because they were so substantial, the casualties were so substantial, the 101st Airborne coming in, they nonetheless set up the surgery in the Château Colombières. And they continue to operate, notwithstanding that there were snipers there shooting all the time. Shortly after that, about 3 days after they were operating in the Château Colombières, Of course, it was bombed. Many of you know that. There were 8 killed and 14 wounded in that bomb attack. Nonetheless, the surgeons from the group, the 3rd Officers, set up their surgery in the field and continued to operate after that for many days and nights, saving hundreds of casualties. It was a great heroic operation. Following that, incidentally, the group from Normandy went on to fight in Operation Market Garden, as you know, in Holland. And when they were recuperating from Market Garden in a place called Moermelon, suddenly the Battle of the Bulge broke out. The Germans broke through the Hürtgen forest. They were immediately sent back on the 18th of December, 1944, into battle in what they thought was a safe area. But the Allies misinterpreted, the intelligence misinterpreted, and the German Panzer unit, called the Panzer Grenadiers, bypassed Bastogne very quickly and surrounded the 101st Airborne. The group, including my uncle, eventually wound up in a prisoner of war camp in a place called Szubin in Poland. Now, they thought they were safe there for a while because it wasn't too bad in that place. But very shortly thereafter, on the 21st of January 1945, Marshal Zhukov mounted a major winter offensive and immediately took Warsaw. There were 300 Russian divisions against 160 German divisions, and they were marching very close to Szubin, and the guards took the men and the prisoners out into the cold and said, we're going to march west toward Germany. They wanted to get away from the Russians. My uncle said, we don't need to be saved from the Russians. The Germans said, nonetheless, you're going to be saved from the Russians. We're going to take you that way. We're going to march you west. And they marched. It turned out to be a death march. My uncle and Major Crandall, who was leading his group, and a number of other physicians ministered to the men and the soldiers on the way, but there was an enormous amount of hunger. There was very little food. There was hypothermia and nothing to eat. And many of them died. Finally, the number of the physicians stayed behind with the most gravely wounded of them. Finally, my uncle was the only one left because Major Crandall and the others had stayed behind with very gravely wounded men of the 101st Airborne. The group straggled. My uncle was ministering to those that he could, and also during the bombings, it turns out, I learned from letters written by survivors of this march that he also ministered to German civilians who were injured in the bombing. He took his Hippocratic Oath very seriously. They reached Rostenburg. There, the Allies bombed, and they were in a bombing raid. He was actually buried under the earth and was saved by a German guard. Whether that guard saved him by digging him out because he respected what my uncle did for the German civilians, or whether he simply wanted someone to speak for him after the liberation, I'll never know, but he saved my uncle's life. Following that, the group from the 101st Airborne, now down to half their number, was half died on the route, came to Nuremberg. And there they knew the Germans knew the Allies were approaching very rapidly, and things became a little more lax. My uncle escaped from the camp 3 times, was caught and brought back, but the 4th time he left on roll call. He just went out, commandeered a farm nearby. The farmers thought, knew the Americans were getting close and thought this was some forward group of the American army, and welcomed him with open arms. Well, he immediately, and fed him. He immediately went back to the camp, got 5 of his buddies, brought them to the farm, and they had a great time. The next day there came a knock on the door. Who was it? It was the camp guards asking my uncle permission to come into the farm. He granted them permission. The next day came another knock on the door. It was the commandant of the group, and he wanted to be admitted as well. And my uncle admitted him as well. So he suddenly was becoming King Rat. A group of SS came near the farm. The people from the guards immediately told the SS, no, we have nothing here, just a very, very sick American captain, nothing here, and the SS went away. So my uncle immediately commanded another pig be roasted, and the next day, since the rumor was had gone out that the front line of the Americans were now here, the Burgomaster came to pay his respects to my uncle. And he said, what would you like? And my uncle said, well, I think a car, as befits my station as a captain in the American Army. They gave him a car, and he was driving around. 6 days later, the Americans broke through, and they were liberated. Actually, he was having a great time by that time. Of course, he was half his weight before he started the march. I went to Paris, took 3 baths a day and ate 6 meals a day and had a ball, and was repatriated eventually to St. Louis, where he resumed his normal life. Let me say that, quite frankly, these few words about that. The human capacities are often stretched far beyond their limits in time of war. You all know that. Many of you are veterans. Many of you have close family friends who are. But particularly is that so in the front lines of battle. Most of those who experience the intensity and the horror of frontline combat are reluctant to talk about it. You know that. Very few of those survive such ordeals with their humanity intact. Sadly, their acts often disappear into the ether and are forgotten because they don't like to talk about it. My uncle rarely, if ever, spoke about the war. I was fortunate to find out about it through a book called Frontline Surgeons, which my wife found for me a couple of years ago for our 50th anniversary. And with the map in that book, we found Yéville, and we found a wonderful mayor of this wonderful town of Yéville, this monument, and flowers at the base of it, fresh flowers at the base of it. We were absolutely numbed by this. Quite frankly, we are moved by the care that the community has given to this monument, to my uncle's surgical team, and to the fresh flowers you continue to place there. We feel truly blessed by these acts that you have continued for 66 years to remember the extraordinary and honor the extraordinarily brave and selfless men and women such as my uncle who fought here. Know for this, you shall be in our hearts always. God bless you all. Thank you very much. I'll try to translate a bit of this into French, if you'll please excuse my French, but it's Monsieur, Madame, permettez, je me présente, je suis Monsieur David Auerbach, c'est mon cousine Jennifer Dworkin Austin. Mon oncle et ma femme Suzy là, et la mairie de Jennifer Austin, David Austin. Mon oncle favori, le frère cadet de la mère, était le capitaine Saul Dworkin. Il était un des chirurgiens qui était ici avec le 3e auxiliaire, l'auxiliaire de la 51e Airborne. On a opéré dans cet endroit ici, le château Colombière, et après le bombardement, on a opéré dans cette campagne près d'ici. Après, on a opéré aussi sur le pilote de la glider qui atterrissait ici aussi. Monsieur le colonel, lieutenant-colonel Murphy. Après le bombardement et après la chirurgie ici, le groupe a été, après la réussite de l'embarquement en Normandie, mon oncle a suivi un chemin en France, rarement vu pour un médecin. Je vais vous un de ces événements raconter. Après une action en Hollande, en septembre 1944, nommée Le Jardin, l'équipe a été envoyée chez Mourmelon pour récupérer. Mais en ce moment, les Allemands ont commencé leur offensive par le forêt Ertgen, qui après a été nommée la bataille de la Bulge. Les 3 auxiliaires, c'est le groupe de chirurgiens, ont été appelés au devoir le 18 décembre, mais en lendemain, et malgré d'être informés qu'ils étaient en zone sécure, les panzergrenadiers allemands ont capturé toute la division près de Bastogne. Ces panzergrenadiers ont réputé comme un des plus forts de Wehrmacht. Inconnus par l'intelligence alliée, les panzergrenadiers ont acheminé pour Antwerp. Pour mon oncle, cela a été le commencement de 5 mois de captivité
en hiver le plus sévère en Europe centrale depuis très longtemps. L'équipe était transportée en Pologne à Szubin, où ils ont trouvé une vie tolérable pour le moment. Mais court après, les Allemands russes, sous la commande du général Zhukov, et avec 300 divisions, commençaient leurs offensives près de Varsovie, contre 160 divisions allemandes. La bataille était énorme, avec le résultat que Varsovie passait dans les mains russes le 17 janvier. Les armées russes commençaient d'avancer 100 000, c'est-à-dire 165 km par semaine. Le 21 janvier, les prisonniers sont formés en queue longue pour marcher vers l'Allemagne dans la neige avec tous les Allemands foulés vers l'ouest, la plupart les fermiers. En essayant d'échapper de général Zhukov, c'était les mêmes qui ont été répatriés en Pologne en 1941. Les trois officiers marchaient à pied sur le tien gelé, sans manger, certainement avec peu de nourriture. Plusieurs dizaines trouvaient leur mort par hypothermie, épuisement et faim. Tous les médecins, sauf mon oncle et Major Crandall, ont forcé de rester avec les gravement blessés. Finalement, même Major Crandall a quitté le marche pour soigner les plus pires. Mon oncle a continué d'aider les autres sur le marche et après 7 semaines en neige et les conditions épouvantables, il est arrivé à Auerbach, en Allemagne, le seul médecin encore avec les soldats. Alors pendant la marche, il a essayé d'insister que les soldats se bougent pour éviter hypothermie. Mais en arrivant à Auerbach, seulement 600 à peu près, la moitié de ceux qui sont commencés étaient encore vivants. Lui n'était que la moitié de son physique et poids avant sa captivité. De Auerbach, les soldats font une autre marche vers Nuremberg. Pendant cette route, arrivés à Nuremberg, mais là, ils sont bombardés par les avions des Alliés continuellement. Nous avons vu dans les lettres adressées à mon oncle après la guerre par les Allemands civils comme militaires que mon oncle a respecté le serment d'Hippocrate et a traité tous les Allemands blessés par les bombées comme il a traité les soldats américains. C'était à Nuremberg que mon oncle a été totalement enterré et était près de mourir quand un de ses gardiens allemands a pris une pelle et évacué la terre sur la tête de mon oncle, et jusqu'au bon moment. On ne saurait jamais si cet Allemand l'a fait aux réparations pour tout ce que mon oncle a fait pour les Allemands, ou plutôt en espérant que mon oncle lui donne bon mot à un moment de victoire des Alliés. Même si les raisons n'étaient pas altruistes, il est clairement sauvé à la vie de mon oncle. Nous arrivons à mon histoire un bon moment. Une fois plus évacués, cette fois-ci vers Regensburg, les Allemands ont aperçu que la fin de cette histoire était proche. Ils cessent de garder les captifs avec diligence. Un bon jour, quand les gardiens récoltaient leur liste, le capitaine Dworkin n'est pas là. Il est seulement se rendu à une ferme très près en demandant un lit et de nourriture. Lorsqu'il a aperçu qu'il peut rester en ferme avec un surplus de nourriture, Captain Dworkin a invité 5 des seaux confrères de lui joindre. C'était des repas comme ils ne sont eux depuis très longtemps. Le lendemain, quelques signaux aux portes, c'était les soldats allemands au camp en demandant à rester chez le fermier aussi. Les fermiers aussi. Ces derniers ont admis et quelques jours après, ils demandaient si le capitaine peut venir aussi. Petit à petit, les nouvelles de cette avant-garde des troupes américaines ont été connues et le bourgmestre est venu pour donner ses vœux. Monsieur le capitaine Dworkin a gentiment demandé une voiture pour faire visiter les gens style correct et une voiture a été trouvée. Au même moment, les bandes de SS ont reporté d'être proches de hameau. L'officier allemand ferme a communiqué au SS que le docteur était seul et souffrant et le SS ont quitté la scène sans le moindre incident. Pour le capitaine Dworkin, c'était temps de commander le repas pour son troupe. Au 1er mai de 1945, les chars américains entre ce petit village et le capitaine Dworkin étaient presque dégoûts de voir leur entrée. Il est envoyé à Paris où il a pris 2 douches par jour et mangé le double pour regagner son santé. Court après, il a été répatrié aux États-Unis et regagné la joie de la famille, de son épouse et de mon cousine Jennifer, qui lui connut peu. Il a commencé ses activités professionnelles à Saint-Louis, comme tout cela a été totalement normal et banal. Les capacités des humains sont souvent abordées en guerre, spécialement au front. Parmi les gens qui ont survécu ces horreurs, la plupart ne veulent pas parler de ces expériences, vous savez ça. Peu de gens survivent ces temps arrivant en temps moderne avec leur humanité encore solide. Et de ceux, on parle rarement. Leurs expériences ont perdu dans le passé. Ceci était la situation de mon oncle. Il a rarement parlé de ses expériences pendant la guerre, ni concernant sa vie chez Château-Colombière, ni de sa trajet comme seul médecin pendant 600 000, presque 1000 kilomètres en neige et glace. J'ai appris de beaucoup de ces détails pour un livre qui s'appelle Frontline Surgeon, écrit par un major grave, aussi cher les 3 officiers. Ce livre était très difficile à trouver, du fait que seulement 225 copies a été imprimées. Malgré toute difficulté, ma femme Suzy a acheté une copie pour moi pour notre 50e anniversaire de mariage. Et la carte à ce livre nous a conduit jusqu'à Yéville, le monument juste ici, et à votre mairie, la gentille Madame Bouffard. Nous sommes tous très touchés par ce monument. Vous avez gardé très longtemps et par les fleurs toujours rafraîchies ici. Nous nous trouvons sincèrement bénis par votre acte que vous avez continué à honorer pendant 66 ans pour la mémoire de ces gens si braves, si altruistes qui sont fait le combat ici. Nous voudrons que vous sachiez tout, que votre pensée et actes restent pour toujours dans notre cœur, le cœur de notre famille. Que le Seigneur vous bénisse tous. Merci. Merci.
Bravo. Great. Hoorah. Very good. Encore.
Lentement. Je suis américain. Nous sommes américains. I went with the first veteran, the 82nd.